The NBA, of course, but growing up, I thought Rucker Park.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay. Welcome back to Mic Check. Today, man. Today we got a true basketball icon, a man whose name is a move from NYC, where I'm from. Word, playground legend to NBA player to now shaping the next generation as a player development coach. Am I right?
I'm assistant coach now. I just graduated from that. So yeah,
Okay,
but
okay.
still same thing.
The one and only God Shammgod joins the show, man. What's going on, Sham?
Oh man, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, brother. The way I like to
Yeah.
start off my pod is asking rapid fire questions. You ready for
Yep.
those?
Yep.
So, what's tougher, Rucker Park or the NBA?
The NBA, of course, but growing up, I thought Rucker Park.
Okay. Who's got the best handle in the league right now?
Kyrie, that's easy.
Yeah, that's super easy. I ain't gonna lie. First person you ever hit with the sham guard move.
Jeff Billette, he was a point guard at Rutgers
I remember that.
University
I remember that.
and Madison Square Garden Big East tournament.
Do you know the influence that move had?
I mean, I know now. I mean, at the time, I didn't
Come
because if
on,
I did,
Shan.
if I did at the time, I'd have trademarked it and I'll be rich just off the move.
You know how many dudes I hit with that move?
Oh man, that's what I said. It's just like a humbling. It's a humbling thing when something happens organically and when you know something is above you. You know what I'm saying?
You know
Like
what's
something
crazy,
is right
Shan?
beyond you.
Wemby just did the move last night.
Yeah. I know. Wimby's a good dude. Like me and him chopped it up when he first did the first move. So it's like for me, it's just more like I said. It's just a humbling experience when something so powerful happened organically. It's few people in his lifetime that live to see them make something better than how they found it.
Right.
Most of the time, you find out about your inspiration. Well, you don't find out about it. Your family found out about it because you passed away or something like that. With me, being in the NBA and being an assistant coach, and I'm on the sideline, I get to see it and feel it every day, right? So, you gotta imagine like how much of an honor that is within itself.
Can
You
you
know what I'm
can
saying?
you
I get
can
to
you
see.
explain this to me though, Shan?
Yeah.
How does it feel coming from NYC, man, to where you at now? Like
Uh,
can you tell it? Can you let the people know how does that
from
feel?
like
Because I don't
coming.
think people understand coming from NYC, man. Like I don't think they get it.
Yeah, because when I played in my era, New York City was number one in everything. Like we was number one in music, we was number one in fashion, we was number one in sports. Like it wasn't even I couldn't even tell you a state that was a close second back
It's a
then.
fact.
You know
It's a
what I'm saying?
fact.
Like New York was the bar, back then, far as making money, far as even if you was an entertainer, like every great entertainer had to come to the Apollo. Rucker Park is like the number one league in the world, not just the country, in the world. You know what I'm saying? And everything was built on entertainment, starting from the Apollo, starting from when you watch back in the days like The Temptation, Diana Ross, all of them going to Apollo, to where you got Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X.
It's a
You
fact.
know, everybody had to come to Harlem. Especially if you was black, if you was black and you was powerful and you was trying to do anything, it was in Harlem, right? So for me to have a legacy coming from Harlem, being born in Brooklyn and moved to Harlem when I was 8, and coming from Harlem and being at this point now is like something I could have never imagined because, growing up when I grew up, the Harlem I grew up in, the street person was just as big as the person that was playing organized, right? So, like I said, when I first started playing basketball, like my idol was like Future, Master Rob, Dancing Doogie,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
them people to me was bigger than I didn't even know who Magic Johnson was. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when, NBA used to come on like twice a week or once a week, that Sunday game.
Once a week, yeah.
But now everybody was in the park so much, so you wasn't really watching NBA games or college games. Because you was in the park from sun up to sundown. You know what I'm saying? So the people that you was around, they became your heroes, whether it was drug dealers, when you hear people tell stories about Alpo, Rich Porter, you gotta think like most of them people died at 20 something.
That's a fact.
And people talk about them now at 50, where you have Jay-Z or different people mention them in songs. You would think these guys lived to like 40. These
Possibly
guys
more.
live to that's what I'm saying. These guys live to about probably no longer, no older than 25.
Late 20s, yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, then when you fast forward, same thing. Biggie and Pac, the same thing, right? So it's like the people that help shape the world and 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 the underground world, like our world, you know what I'm saying? These dudes was heroes at 19. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be a part of that culture, when I'm dead and gone, my name is gonna be there because, my name gonna be there after my kids, after me, because, it's gonna be a certain thank you. It's certain people, certain people in life that have that it factor. And humbly speaking, I'm one of them in the category, because that's just not from me. That's, I guess, what God ordained for me. Because, like I said, when I'm dead and gone, my kids dead and gone, every time a kid reaches a certain age, their family gonna be like, "Hey, we gotta teach you the sham gods." I've been there for years. Right? So I take that seriously. And I think that's why I'm a good coach, or why, I can help players, because, I take it serious. I don't take it for granted. I don't take it as a bragging thing. I don't take it as none of that. I take it more as a responsibility. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, for
right.
me to
Wow.
give back and push the next culture forward, because, like the Futures, the Master Robs and stuff like that the world didn't know. Those are people that gave me the vision, right? And these are everyday people, right? Local heroes. So it's like, for me to take what they put in me and share with the world, it's like me bringing Harlem with me. And that's why people don't understand why people in New York champion for me, right? Because they've been a part of my whole journey, and they know in my whole journey. Hold on for a minute.
No, that's a fact. Throughout your
Yeah,
whole journey.
yeah, they know in my whole journey, I take them with me. I never leave them behind. So it's just like me talking to you now. That's why I always make sure and have a responsibility to mention these people that helped shape my life. The Tiny Archibalds,
Oh
the
yeah.
Allie Moes, the Rayful Austins, the Kareem Reed, the Stephon Marburys. Because you got to think, the Cameron, the Mace. You got to think, these people played basketball before I ever played basketball, right? So when I first met these people was like the Avengers. You know how you see the Avengers now? These dudes is like street basketball Avengers. Like, these like the greatest people I've seen play at this point. Because coming from Brooklyn, the only thing I did was fight. And when I moved to Harlem, at 11 and 12, these dudes was already playing basketball. So when I got
And getting
around them,
money.
yeah, like they playing basketball. Some of them is basketball stars and hustler stars,
Yeah, that's a
right?
fact.
So
Yeah.
so you got to understand, like, New York is just a different breed, because the dude that's on the corner every day hustling think he's better than the Kenny Andersons and the God Shammgods and Rafe Austin, the Stephon Marbury. So like, so you fight in that competition every day. So like, for me to have respect and love from people that did it in the street and people that did it organized, is like it's like one of those powerful things. You good? Yeah, yeah, I live right here.
Now they showing you
Yeah,
love. Sam showing you love,
yeah,
man. That's what's up,
yeah.
man.
So it's like, so that's why it's like, when anybody reach out to me, like y'all, anybody, like, for me, it's always love to give back. Like, it's not about, oh, I need to be paid to be on the talk and do all this. It's like, nah, it's like I want, like I told you a few minutes ago, like I honestly feel like it's my responsibility, right? Because we grew up in a hood now where it's totally different from how we grew up, right? So now the hood where we live in now, nobody's showing love, right? So nobody's trying to help somebody out. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel it's my responsibility. That's why I can honestly sit here and say there's no player that came after me. I mean, none. There's no basketball player that came after me in New York City that I haven't been in the gym with, that I haven't reached out to, that I haven't tried to help them along the way. Not one. It's no player in New York that could say like I've always be there.
That could
I'm
say
always
something
there.
different.
Yeah, none of them. And that's why people don't understand why I get the love I get, because it's not about boasting names about, oh, or putting it on Instagram that we working out. It's just about me giving back. Like, yo, bro, I'm here. Whatever I can do to help, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I take it seriously. Like when I do NBA stuff and when people see me on TV, because I know if I mess it up, they closing the door
That's right.
to dudes that came from the street. They
That's
closing
right.
the door. You know what I'm saying? Like the way I got back in was rare. So they was hoping I messed that up.
I
You
see
know
what
what
you're
I'm
saying
saying?
now, as far as taking that responsibility. Like I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. I see what you're saying now.
Yeah. So like whether it's like when it's Mason Cam not speaking and I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
y'all gotta speak, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like I take the responsibility of like Harlem, Harlem, not just Harlem, New York, just being united because yeah, Harlem is the one that shaped me, but like I just told you a few minutes ago, I was born in Brooklyn. I lived in the Bronx like my last year of high school. I worked out in Queens every summer, every day. And then I was in Brooklyn back again in Coney Island with Steph. So it's not just that Harlem is like the whole New York. So people wonder why I get love from the whole New York because I only give love and respect to everybody that I cross paths with. Period.
That's dope, man. That's dope. And you haven't changed. You have not
Nah,
changed,
it
man.
ain't because you gotta understand. Like when people, it's funny because when people like, man, you didn't change or you this and that, and I'm like, how can I change when I know like this is what somebody put in me. This is what God put in me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just a shell, but God has done everything else, right? And you know, and people don't know. I spend some nights and I be like, man, like all the great ball players that came from New York, all the people that was with me doing the same thing I was doing. People don't know. I sit and ask God, like I'll be like, man, I don't know why you picked me, but I'm gonna make sure I try to do the right thing by it. You know what I'm saying? To usher in the new era and stuff like that. Because trust me, every day I wonder, like, man, why you pick me? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't have time to be uncomfortable. I don't have time when stuff don't go my way to shut it down. Only thing I know how to do is move forward. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
try to make
right.
tomorrow better. That's all I know how to do.
So I'm
And
taking it
that's
as you a believer.
yeah, of course. You know what I'm
Dope.
saying?
Okay.
I grew up as a 5%er. You know what I'm saying? My father's a five
Oh,
percenter.
peace, peace, peace.
So you know what I'm saying? I had knowledge of self young. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why things didn't shake me like when the NBA didn't go how I wanted to go or something didn't go how I wanted to go. Because I always had knowledge of self. I always had knowledge of self and I always knew like to keep pushing and like, don't worry, things gonna work out how they supposed to work out, not how you want it to work out. You know, and right now, I wouldn't trade that for the person I am now and the impact I have now. Because I could have played in the NBA for 20
Wow.
years and messed it up. You know what I'm saying? It's people
It would
you
have been a
see
different outcome.
exactly, right? So like you'd be crucified more. This happens, that happens, whatever. You know, and then it's just like what we just talked about. Like we see people that you can see as a like your hero. And then
Yeah.
as they get older and you see them in a certain way, and you're like, man, what's going on?
Damn, that's crazy.
Right?
Wow.
So
Yeah.
so it's like so when people see me, I always want them to see Shammgod. Period. Like always. So that's why it's always gonna be love. It's always gonna be coming from a sense of knowledge. It's always gonna be coming from a sense of every day trying to make myself better and better. So when I do interact with people, whatever perception they have, when they leave, they be like, man, I didn't even know he was like that.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's dope, Sham. You know,
Yeah.
since we're talking about New York, right?
Yep.
One word to describe New York basketball.
New York basketball, entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Entertaining, stylish,
That's what I was gonna say. Stylish.
stylish, but most of all, I would say powerful, right? Because the reason why I say powerful is because if you're in New York long enough, you never will go somewhere else and basketball will be better, people looking better, the summer tournaments better, the hustle is better, the women better. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like when you catch New York at a time with like that midsummer where it's like where it's nice and you going to like Dykeman or when Rucker was Rucker, man, I don't care who you bring out there. They gonna leave and be like, yo, I ain't never seen nothing like that. You know, you bring out and
Nah, that's word.
I know, like I
That's
saw
word.
NBA players go out there. I was like me and Luca. Luca went out there this summer. Me and him was talking. He was like, man, it was crazy out there.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
This man done played in front of millions of people. And he like, that up there was crazy.
Oh, he went to Dykeman. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what
Word.
I'm saying? So it's like that's why I always say New York is powerful. That's why people always say if you make it in New York, you can make it anywhere because New York is so powerful. Like, and not on like no arrogant thing. Like New York is just powerful, bro. Like you gotta understand. Like if you go outside of New York, you go into the store, you you you
It's not
you
the same,
feeling
Sam.
you feeling like I gotta get fresh.
It's a fact.
Somebody might see me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You go to any other state, you come out how you come out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
New York, you can have a stack in your pocket. By the end of the day, the stack might be at $100.
You
You know what I'm
might be
saying? You go.
pop. Keep it
That's what I'm
real. You
trying.
might be pop.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
say.
yeah,
You go to Charlotte or something. You have $1,000. You might have 1,000 for the month.
yeah. Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You in New York, you might have $1 in your pocket, but somebody think you got 100,000 in your pocket
That's
because the
crazy,
way
man.
you moving,
That's crazy.
the way you doing
The
things.
way
You
you
know what I'm
present
saying?
yourself. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like even when you look at basketball, right? You in New York, you come out of basketball, you can have 6 loud points, and they be like, "Yo, what's the name do?" They be like, "Yo, they had like 30." Because those 8 points is like woo, woo, woo.
Now I made it. Yeah, that's a fact. Made an
Yeah.
impact. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so
Appealing to the eye and all that.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So the impact is so powerful that when you walk away, you like, nah, son had to have like 30. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, def. Yeah, 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 yeah.
it's like that's why when you see certain people, you like, oh yeah, he act like he from New York. You know what I'm saying? When you see the Muhammad Ali's and the stuff like that, you like, oh yeah, he from the town. Because we just speak and embrace power. You know what I'm
we the
saying?
we the Mecca, Shan. You know
No,
that.
all day. Well, I mean,
Mecca.
like
And
I said,
everything.
like I said,
Bull,
if
music.
you don't go to that, then like Hov say, like we the blueprint.
It's a fact.
Everything came from us. Like I mean, people can say what they want to say, but everything came from where it came from, and it's all love. Like it's all love because in life, things supposed to be advancement, right? So somebody's supposed to take something and make it better, right? So it's all love to the states that's popping now because they took something and then they upgraded it because we don't know how to stick together. So that's why it's easy for people to upgrade it. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know how to stick together, but we are the blueprint.
Yeah. How you liking Orlando now?
Man, I like Orlando. It's quiet, it's cool, it's real nice. The weather's amazing, like amazing. The team is gonna be good this year. The team is crazy. Like we got great players. You know, Franz Wagner, Paulo Bencaro, Anthony Black, Desmond Bain. You know, like we got we
You
we
been
we
chopping it
got
up with Paulo?
yeah. That's my guy. That's my
Okay,
guy.
okay.
You gotta understand, I knew most of these people before any team I go to, I knew these people before they was young or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Now you've
you
been
got
around the sport
Harper.
for years, of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. But see what people don't know is like the like John Morant's, the Trey Youngs and all that. Like people don't know like They parents been reaching out to me since they was like in 10th and ninth grade.
Oh,
So
that's
I already
crazy.
know them. So I already know them. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing like with Kobe. Like we met even though I was 17 and he was 16, we met because his father reached out like, yo, I need you to help my son, this and that. So right now, what people understand, that still goes on. Like people DM me all the time, like, yo, my son is the best eighth grader, this and that. Can, can, can you come check him out? I just need you to come check him out and tell me he all right.
Damn, that's dope, Sham.
You know what I'm saying? Mark Spears' son, Junior, he's the number one player in the country.
Yeah, I know who you talking about.
I was working him out in Dallas since the ninth grade. But it's because I don't do all the pictures and the
You don't publish it.
videos
You
and
don't publish it. Yeah,
nah,
yeah, yeah,
nah.
yeah, yeah.
I let the person say it. Cause I mean, what's better than you saying it than the person that's doing this saying it, right?
And
So it's
that's
like,
humbling, Sham.
yeah, because it's like I'm not here for that. Like I'm like like I tell all players that I'm around. I'm gonna be one of the very few people in your life that don't want anything from you, and I'm trying to give you something.
That's crazy.
Because whether I work with you or not, I'm a be Shammgod. That's already there.
Yeah, yeah. Cemented yeah,
Yeah.
established
So
for
like so
sure.
like me working with you or giving you pointers and all that. That's me giving you something. I'm never gonna ask you for $1. I'm never gonna say, yo, let's do a video. Any video somebody's seen with me is because that person wanted to do a video. And not saying it like cockiness, not. I just don't believe in that because I didn't come from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I always felt, we from New York. We always felt like, yo, you make money off you.
But let me ask you this
Like
though,
you are
Sham.
the
Are
person.
they are they
Yeah.
are they generous enough to be like, yo, here, Sham? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
because you know why?
Okay.
Because they know the love is real.
They see the genuine. Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. I
every
hear you.
like everybody I'm naming right now, if you spoke to them, the first thing they're gonna say, oh, that's my family. Forget trainer, forget all that. Yo, that's my family.
Now that's what D said. Daryl. Yeah,
Yeah,
word. Word.
yeah. So it's like when you see like that, and
But
that's what I'm saying.
Sham, Daryl bigged you up heavy.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
Heavy.
like when I got to Dallas, like DA, that's my family. That ain't like rivalries or like I was in the NBA, he's in the NBA, this and that. No, it ain't no coach this, coach that. That's my family. His son, I call nephew, not nephew. Like niggas just throw nephew around. Like that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
nephew. You know what I'm saying? Like so, that's the thing, right? It ain't about that with me. Like I tell, like like for instance, truth. Like here goes straight. Marcus Spears. Everybody knows Swagoo. He reached out,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah, yeah,
Sham, can you
yeah.
do this for my son? I'm like, cool. I'm like, yeah, I'll check him out. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the gym. I'm in Dallas. I'm in the gym. I'm like, you want to come to the gym? Come to the gym. Come to the gym. He worked out. We working out. We working out. After the workout, Pop's like, yo, how much is it? I said, how much is it? I said, yo, it ain't nothing. What are you talking about? I just want to see him do good. You know what I'm saying? His father telling me at the time, well, I don't know how this is going to be. I said, nah. I said, yo, he remind me of older. He remind me of LO. I said, yo, he going to be good, bro. And he was like, yeah, we just got to keep working. Cool. Go to the gym. So at the end of the thing, I'm like, nah, I don't need no money this night. He like, nah, I'm not going to do that because that's your time. He give me money, right? True story. He give me money. His son did everything I asked him to do. I took the money, gave it to his son. And he asked me, he said, no, why would you give it to my son? I said, because if you want your son to go to the NBA one day, then he got to know what he's working for.
Wow.
And I said, the day I don't give you something, that means you ain't put the work in. So that's just a slight
That's crazy.
sample to get your mind right.
That's crazy.
And I said, how you gonna ask your son, you want him to be an NBA person, and you asking your son to work out and do this and do that. And then when he do it, he's not getting paid for it. So he don't even know what he's doing it for.
Right, 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 right. Damn.
Right?
Wow.
So
That's
so so
crazy.
now this just teaching him a lesson without having to teach him a lesson. Like, oh, now it's like, oh, I get paid for this? Really? So what you think a kid gonna do?
And not
He
only
gonna
that,
go
too,
hard.
Sham is going exactly. He's gonna make him go harder.
Yeah,
Yeah, facts.
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
fact.
And then he gonna respect the work. Like, yo, I gotta work. You
Work
know what I'm saying?
ethic, yeah,
And
all
then
that.
I'm telling him, I said, look at your parents. Your parents is giving up money for you to work, bro. So don't ever forget that. Because you know we go through life and people come in your life and they try to split you from the people that you love and all this and that. So I said, you don't ever forget that. I said, remember this sacrifice. Like they're paying someone to give you work, bro.
Yeah.
That ain't easy. Like your father's an NFL player.
Yep.
Your mother played in the WNBA. So if they going to somebody, that mean they must believe that person work is that good.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. You know, only thing I tell players, I said, I'll work you out. I don't care about I said, only thing I'm gonna ask you, whenever you do an interview and you talk, you just tell the truth. When they be
Man.
like, on your journey, how this happened, how that, and that's why people don't know, like the Kobe, even the Kobe thing. I've never said nothing about it. He said it the day he retired. Boston was asking him, "Yo, what about your journey?" The reporter asked him, when you look back at your journey, what is some key moments in your life? And he was like, "Yeah, when I met Shammgod, Shammgod taught me how to dribble." And that turned into a 35-year relationship to where before his untimely demise, I was working out him and his daughter.
Which
I
is
was working
worth
his
more
daughter
than
out.
money too.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. The love and the respect is worth more than money, bro. I
Absolutely.
got I got a job. I work. I got money. I get money. But the respect and the love, and then the echo and the blueprint, and that's why the universe do what it do when it come to me. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like you just said, the rooms that I'm not in, people speak how they speak.
Yeah.
So I'm still in the room. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's all I tell anybody. I say, yo, if anybody asks you anything, just tell the truth. That's it, bro.
And exactly what you said, Sham, it's gonna be long lasting too, because I mean, the proof is there. The proof is in the pudding. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's dope. I thank you for, I appreciate you for sharing that. You know what I mean?
yeah. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I always like to tell people, like, right here while I'm on your show, like, I just like to tell people, always like, yo, bro, just be a good person, bro. Everything will come. You don't have to chase the bread. You don't have to chase fame. You don't have to do none of that. Just be a good person and just sit back and see the whole picture. Don't take every entity as a as a as a what's to come, right? So what we do is now we live so much in the moment that everything is like this is what it is, right? So if you have a bad day, it's like, oh, God don't like me or something. And it's
No, that's
like,
wrong.
no, yeah, like because what you don't understand, right? The thing that happened today, if you just wait a minute, 2 months from now, you might be like, yo, if it wasn't for that thing, I wouldn't be this thing.
Right,
So
right,
no, it
right.
was the best thing, right? So that's what people don't understand. Like I just told you. Like, yeah, I wish I'd been Hall of Fame, this and that, but I know one thing, all the Hall of Fame people know me, right? So that's more than that, right? So me playing 2 years and playing 20 games in the NBA and being more famous than dudes that played 20
Sham
years.
is equivalent to that, possibly more.
And this is what I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I mean?
So it's like when I look back, yeah, the day I got injured and I got waived out the NBA, was that one of the worst days of my life? Yeah. But if you ask me now, would I go back and change it? I would say no. Right? Because then you don't get this. When I played in the NBA, I didn't have my own sneaker. I had three own sneakers right now. You know what I'm saying? I just wrote a book last month. You know what I'm saying? So it's like what we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit drop. Yeah, mic
yeah,
drop. Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Like what we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
I'm gonna keep it real, Sham. We just met today, right?
Yeah,
But I have a lot of no lie, man. Like again, I appreciate you for sharing that. You know, I can see, man. See, I want to share something. I
yeah,
retired. I retired 8 years ago.
yeah,
I no longer work. Right.
mhm,
It's been 8 years. I was able to
yeah,
retire my wife 8 years ago too.
yeah.
Right now, I'm in Jersey. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? I'm in the outskirts of Jersey.
okay.
Um, and it's crazy because coming from where we came from, right? BX or
Hmm.
Harlem, Brooklyn, which is
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
the same. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Same
Every
journey.
morning, every morning, Sham, I walk down my steps and I look around and
Hmm.
I'm like, dang, I'm really here. Like I own my own
Yeah,
place. Like
yeah,
I have X amount of whips. I have a beautiful family.
yeah.
But the most
Yeah.
important thing,
So
though, the most important thing, Shan, is this right here for me. For
yeah, yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah,
Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No
I,
doubt.
I, I was a gangbanger, Shan, for 25
Yeah.
years.
So what's more? So what's more powerful than that, right? For you to reflect. You know what I'm saying? When you reflect, you like, man, I really like the person I'm reflecting on. You understand? Because like you said, we all go through stuff in a certain time in our life where we live with stuff and we like, man, I wish, you know what I'm saying, I could do this or do that, right?
And it hinders you sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's just like when people always ask me, they like, man, if you could go back in time, would you change something? I said, absolutely not. I said I would go back in time to relive something twice. You know what I'm saying? Those are two different things. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. So it's like you just said, like everything you just gave me right now, like when you was in those moments of gangbang, that nobody could see this version of you,
At all.
right? But even in those moments, deep down, something was in you that was that version, right?
That's a
That was
fact.
trying to fight out, right? So I tell people, I'm like, we live in.
Sham, I was the boogeyman.
There you go. That's what
I
I'm
was
trying to
I
say.
was I, I was a loke for 25 years, Sham.
Yeah,
Real
yeah,
talk. And I would have never thought. Again, I wake up every morning and I look
exactly.
around, I look at my wife, my kids, and I'm like, wow, look where I'm at.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not a ball player. I love ball.
yeah,
I'm
no
only
doubt.
Sham, I'm only 5'7".
Yeah, yeah,
But when I tell you, Sham, when I tell you,
yeah, yeah.
my
You're
nigga,
a
when I
giant.
tell
You're a
what?
giant. You're a giant.
Oh my God. People
Yeah,
knew me
you're
in
a
the people
giant.
knew me in the park, Sham.
Yeah, yeah,
How many
yeah, yeah.
times I
You're a
use your
giant.
move?
You're a giant.
Not only
But
that,
that's
check this out, Sham. One last thing. Check this out.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was banging it. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. You're a giant. So that's what I'm saying. So when you look back and then
I
you
was a
reflect,
DA, a Spud Webb. Like
yeah.
whole that. Like,
See, right now, and that's what I'm saying. So you don't have no choice but to spread love right now.
amen, amen. Of course, of
You know what I'm
course.
saying? Get on your podcast, do your thing, because that's what he ordained for you, right? Because he saw leadership in you from then. You know what I'm saying? Then what's more leadership than you changing from that to this,
I want to
right?
say this,
Because
Sham. Look, check
yeah,
this out.
yeah, hmm,
Coming from where I came from, right?
yeah,
Where we came from, right?
hmm,
Gang banging, 20 something years,
yeah,
and now I'm hella cool with mad pro athletes.
exactly.
I'm talking about from hockey, NFL,
Yeah.
ball, baseball. I
So
I,
so
I would
that's
have
what
never
so
thought,
that's
Sham.
so, yeah. So that's my point. That's the thing I'm telling you. Like, yeah, it's just like what I just told you. Yeah, you ain't had to make it, but I bet you those people know you,
100%.
right? And there's
100%.
love, and there's love. So like, when we do the stuff that we do, we just gotta keep bringing the next generation forward. That yo, it's okay, because everybody want to be what they want to be, but it's okay to be what he wants you to be. Because if you look at it and you sit back and you really look back, you like, nah, this is where I want to be, right? Because like you said, you was gangbanging. You could have been the best gangbanger there. You wouldn't have a family. You wouldn't be able to sleep at night regularly.
Fact.
You would be always on the move, figuring out on your head on a swivel. You know what I'm saying? Then God forbid something happened for everybody, put you on a shirt and just be like, yeah, man, I wish you was here. That's it.
And that joint only lasts for like 2 days.
Exactly. Until the next person
You know what I'm
get put on
saying?
a shirt or
It's
something, or they
word,
pour it out for them or whatever,
word,
whatever,
word,
whatever. Right.
word,
So
word.
it's like, yeah. So it's like when you look back, it's like, yo, like you said, I got the family, I got the crib, I got the whips. And in all reality, but when you wanted to be a gangbanger, you got everything you wanted by not being a gangbanger that you saw from gangbangers, right? So that's how I look at it. I'll be like, man, like now I have everything I've ever wanted from, like you said, from like they'll tell you from big house in Dallas, from the Maybach, the Rolls Royce, this and that. You know, I remember I saw my favorite car, the drug dealer. He had the 850, the 1991 850 with the lights pop up.
Mm,
I went and got that custom made. You know what I'm saying? I saw
man.
Tupac in the 500 SL in
Yo,
California
cop
Love.
that.
Yeah, I got that. So it's like
Yeah.
this is stuff that I ain't caught when I was in the NBA.
That's crazy.
You
Wow.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
that's
this
crazy,
is after
Shan.
that. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing somebody else's sneakers. Now I'm wearing my own sneakers. So this is all pre NBA. So you understand what I'm saying? Did I ever think that could happen pre NBA? No.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
that so what that tell you? So when you look back, I'm like, man, all the things, and then the biggest thing of all of it is, I remember my old teacher gave me my journals from like when I was like 13, and I write, and I was always writing in my journal, and I was like, I'd be like, I never want to be the richest person in the world, the most famous person in the world. I said, the one thing I want to do, I said, if it was up to me, I just hope one day I can inspire people, right?
He just gave you that?
Just gave me the journal, right?
That's crazy.
And I put inspired in capital letters, right? So now when I look through the journal, right,
You
at
manifested
13,
it.
I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So it's
Wow.
like, so it's like,
How old are you
and
now,
I
Shan?
think for me, 48.
Okay, okay.
And I think like what you just said, if more people sat back and reflected instead of being stuck in the disappointment of what they thought they supposed to have, they would see they right at the place they need to be. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, we don't take time to reflect because we always complaining.
Always.
Yeah, and like you said, you look around, you got the house, the car, you got the family. Come on, man. Come on, man. If you could go back at if you see, and that's what I tell people. People always be like, man, if you could tell the future. I said, no. How about if you could go back, right? If you could go back then with your mindset then, I mean now to then, you would have been like, man, gangbanging, what y'all bugging from where you at now. You know what I'm saying? It's like more people would be that way, right? If they just thought that way instead of the other way.
They
You know what I'm
stuck
saying?
though.
Because
That's the
yeah,
issue.
they stuck because hurt people, bro. You know, and one thing, misery like company.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell people like, why would you want to? Why would you want to be at the bottom? The bottom is where it's crowded. Why would you be fighting to get to the top? That makes no sense. The bottom is where it's crowded. So when you hear people like, yeah, he can't come back to the hood or he can't do this and he can't do that, it's like, yo, what are we talking about right now?
Keep the hood.
Yeah,
Keep it.
the object was always to get out.
I'm
So why would you want to be at the bottom?
gonna keep
The
it a buck,
bottom is
Shem. I
where,
don't understand why rappers go back though.
bro.
That's a whole nother
Because
conversation.
you know they got the survival remorse. That's what it is. They got the survivor remorse. I was that person, survivor remorse. Always going back, yo, let's do this, let's do that. And then I had to start from afar, like, okay, I can still do this, but I don't have to go there to do it. Right?
Yeah.
Or when I pop up with so much love. It's not because the most part is when people go back, it's not that they're going back, it's that they moving bigger than everybody. Right? Because like for perfect example, if me and you broke together, I could turn to you and be like, man, you broke, man, get out of here, you bum. But now if I get rich and you broke and I say you bum, now you like, yo, what, bro? Don't talk to me like that.
It means something. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because now you so much in your feelings because people don't understand like everybody can't go. Right? And everybody have this different destinations, right? And the problem what we don't do is instead of seeing somebody that got it, like most people do out of town, they like, oh, he got it. All right, let's all invest in him. and then we go to the top. That's why LeBron team is the way LeBron team is, right?
Yeah, they've been
Because
together for years.
but that's what I'm saying. They all rallied around him, and then he said, "Okay, cool. Y'all rally. I'm the ball player. Y'all rally around me. All right, let me see what y'all good at. Now I'm gonna put you over here. I'm gonna put you over here. You're gonna go shadow him. You're gonna go shadow him. You're gonna go shadow him. Then you know what happened? Next year I'm gonna fire him. Now you're gonna be my agent because you was with him for a year, so you know how the work go. You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell kids all the time. I tell the parents. I'll be like, yo, if you got two kids that's best friends and you see one of them is not up to par in that journey, why you don't try to tell them, yo, won't you be an accountant? Won't you be this? Because this your best friend, so he gonna make it. Why would you let him hire an accountant when you could be the accountant? Why would you let him hire a manager when you could be the manager? And you his man. But we get caught up in fuck that. You should supposed to be giving me a handout.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's like why?
yeah,
If you
yeah.
look at if you look at all brown people, that's how they became. Now look at you get them now. They all can stand on by themselves.
They
Rich Paul is Rich Paul.
they trust in the process. You know what I'm saying? Us
Exactly.
us us is new. See, he from Ohio, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
You know
Because
what I mean?
the
Like New
problem with
York, we
us,
don't.
right?
Yeah,
But now you know it's the biggest problem. The biggest problem in New York is because we see LeBron every day, so we don't know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, you're in Ohio, you might get a LeBron every 30 years, right? Because where we come from, the nigga in the street, the man. The nigga that go to school, that's all American, he the man. The nigga that got money, he the man. But Alba Rich and them, they the man.
yeah,
So we see stars every day, so we can't really recognize who's the one.
yeah, yeah.
You
Who's
like,
that
oh, he
one?
like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you like, oh, he like that, right? But if you live in South Carolina and you meet Kevin Garnett, you might not see another Kevin Garnett until you see John Morant. That's 30 years later.
More the next, yeah, facts. The next, yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Definitely,
It's a big
definitely.
difference. You know what I'm saying? You grow up with Nas, you see Nas, you see Jay, you see this person, you see that person. You got Busta Rhymes, Biggie, and somebody else all in the same class.
Yeah, I think it was Hove. Yeah,
Yeah, oh yeah, all in the same class, same school. You know what I'm saying? You come to Harlem, 142nd Street. You got Shammgod, Mason, Cam together every day,
yeah. I see what
right?
you're
So
saying. Yeah, yeah,
if you go to South Carolina, you might see a Nas every 20 years.
yeah. You only see a KD, and yeah, 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 yeah. I see what you're saying. So
Yeah,
we, yeah,
so
we
so
got they
so
got to wait another 25, 30 plus to get another.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah,
so when they see they person, it's clear to them that he's the guy.
Players Day.
Yeah, with us, we like, man, he just like what's the name? He ain't make it. He was doing the same thing. He was in the street ball, killing niggas. Now nigga probably coaching street ball.
But New York it is a competition too, though, Shan.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. So it's like
Yeah.
it's the competition is so heavy that we can't recognize, nah, you the one because we don't give it up like that. You're like, nah, he ain't nothing. He all right. I could do that. See, in South Carolina, when they see Kevin Garnett, nobody's saying I could do that. They like, yo, yo,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yo,
yeah, yeah,
yo,
yeah.
yo,
But you think you
bow it
think you
down.
think it's our pride?
Nah, I
New York,
like
we
people.
built different.
No, but that's what I try to tell people. It ain't about pride. We're just built on competition, right? So it's just like when people be like, "Oh, dudes in New York be jealous." It ain't that
That
they
includes
jealous.
pride, though, Shan.
No. But listen, this why I'm gonna break it down. It's just like when people say, "Oh, Sham, you think that person jealous of you or this, and that?" And I say, "Nah." Why you say that? They be like, "Nah, he jealous of you." I said, "No, he not." I said, if something happened to me, he'd probably be the first person there. I said, but you know what he is? He envious. There's a difference between being jealousy and being envious, right? So envious coming from the people you love because they say, "Nah, I'm happy for him, but why I ain't get it too?"
Yeah.
See, that's not jealousy. Jealousy is like I'm
Now,
hating on you, like man, f that
yeah,
dude.
you
I ain't
you
working.
you get jealousy from a
Yeah,
stranger.
that's what I'm saying. So like the envy comes from your man because you like, yo, yeah, I'm happy for him, but I should have got that too. What make him different from me? We hang out every day. We go work out every day. We do this every day. I don't understand why in the game his mind worked better than my mind. Or if I'm a DJ, why I hear a different beat that he don't hear, but we both in the same lab every day.
Same room.
Yeah, but why he came out Dr. Dre and I came out this, right? Because that's just a higher power. You know what I'm saying? If you go to South Carolina, you get a DJ. You might have one DJ, and then everybody else just like that DJ and love him. They ain't in competition with him.
You think people should realize that some things are not meant for them?
That's what I'm saying. That's the key point. That's why I said it's not about us. Pride is about us. We can't recognize when something is not for us because we feel like no, we New York, like we could make it happen.
Yeah, we gritty. We try to force it.
Yeah, and it's like yo, by the time you forcing it, then you missing what's for you. Right? So it's just like what we just talked about. Like New York is this type, right? And I think it was Mano that said it, and I felt it. I was like, yo, that's so true. It's like he said. He said, instead of like a dude trying to get money, he'll hate on you and spend all the energy in the world to try to catch you slipping. When he could have took that same energy to fix his problems.
Really.
Now, that's a crazy statement, but it's true. Like he
100%
said,
true.
yo, a person that spend all day trying to line you up. But all that energy they spend all day, they won't take that same energy and walk around and find a job.
Better themselves, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, everybody have pride, but with us it's just competition and being envious. Like everybody have pride. You can't be great if you don't have pride, right? So like everybody got pride, but it's like pride is also knowing when to be like, you know what, this ain't for me.
You know what they say, Shan?
But
Pride goes before destruction.
that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like when people be like, oh, you humble, this person humble. I'm like, no, I think highly of myself too, a lot of things. But I know where it come from. I don't think I just conquered this. Like I didn't conquer this stuff. And what the difference with me is I don't think somebody else can't do it. See,
Yeah,
that's
that's
where we
good.
get caught up.
That's a great
That's
mindset, though,
that's where we get
Shan.
caught up at.
Yeah.
It's just like you dating or you doing whatever, and you like, oh, I'm the smoothest cat in the world. No, you're not. I see the thing with me is I don't fear those things. I make myself aware of those things. I'm aware that 2 years from now there's gonna be another Shammgod. So why not be the one that helps spark that Shammgod?
You don't
That person that could dribble all that. You know what I'm saying?
you
So
know what
that's
I
my
see,
thing.
Shan? I see you don't get bothered by someone else's success though.
Nah, it's
And
all
that is
love. Like I
fire.
tell people, nah,
That
it's
is
love.
dope.
Like I tell people, it's love because
I respect you
because
for that, Shan.
see, I'm
Word
I'm
up.
quick to I'm quick to tell somebody else like, nah, bro, that's you. I can't do that. You do that. That's you. That's not even being funny. Nah, that's you. That's your thing right there. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Because like I know, like
That's a rare trait though, Shan.
the only thing I want is to see how people do good, bro. Like I don't have that for
But
people,
you
and that's
do
what I
know that
tell
though,
people.
right? That's a rare trait.
Yeah, yeah. But like I try to tell people, I spend my time trying to better me and better everybody that's around me. That's it, bro. Like I don't have none, and I spend my time when knowing, trying my best to know when it's my turn and when it's not my turn. When it's time for me to be a cheerleader, when it's time for God giving me something that's for me or something for me to share with other people.
You know how to
Right?
play your position.
Yeah, because
For
everything
sure.
somebody give you don't mean it's for you.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And so I
It's
always
crazy.
pride myself on being a part of a great team. I don't have to be the whole thing, bro. And what people don't understand, this the realest thing I can say about that. What people don't understand, they don't know what it takes to be the whole thing. They don't want that type of pressure. Like the people that think they want that type of pressure,
Yeah.
they don't want that type of pressure when they have to be the whole thing. So I'll take being a part of greatness in a heartbeat because then I
99.9
play
ain't
my
ready.
role. Yeah, yeah. Because everybody want to be the whole thing until they have to be the whole thing.
Yeah, and then it gets
And now it's
tricky.
their fault. Now it's their fault. Now
Yeah,
it's his
yeah.
fault.
It gets
Oh,
tricky.
this
Yeah.
ain't happy because of him. No, 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 no. And people, like you said, the biggest thing is they don't know when to say, "Yo, I don't got it. I need help, bro."
But that's pride, Sham.
Yeah, I see. For me, like
It's
that, like,
ego. It's
yeah,
pride.
yeah. See me, that's the difference. I don't have the ego to it because I know, even the greatest people in the world want to help, bro, and ask why. Like you said, when my man was on the cross, what he was doing, he was looking up, asking why. All the power in the world, he asked him why. Like, yo, why?
Yeah,
Why
why it
me? Why do
happened
I
to
have to go
me?
through this?
Why it
Yeah,
happened to me? Yeah.
yeah. Why have to be me? You know what I'm saying? And he still showed love to his mans. He said, "Yeah, I know one of y'all gonna betray me."
It's a
Still
fact.
broke bread with them.
That's crazy.
Cause you know why? Cause he said what was coming is bigger than me, so I got to go through it. Because he said I got to go through it. He could have easily got up out of there.
Yeah. He could have
Easy been
killed he
like,
could have
nah.
killed everyone there.
This is what I'm trying to say. Easy said,
Light work.
yo, yeah, because you know why? He could have poisoned everyone there because they was gonna eat and drink whatever he gave them. And he had the foresight to see that one of y'all gonna betray me. So he could have said, you know what? I ain't gonna wait to see which one of y'all. I'm gonna just knock all of y'all off.
And he chose not to.
Yeah. And then you know what happened? He became this because he just listened and followed suit. So I say that to say when I got out the NBA and stuff like that, the first thing I said was, I'm gonna sit still until he tell me to move. Yeah, was I hurt? Was I destroyed? Yes. But I
Wow.
sat
Yeah.
there. I said, you know what? I'm gonna wipe my tears and I'm gonna just sit there until he tell me to move. I'm never gonna move out of pocket again. So even if I gotta get the slow grind, that's what it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But we live in a microwave era. Everybody want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's
And
been
that's what
like that
people.
for a while too.
Yeah, and when people don't understand, that's why you gotta listen to interviews like this interview or other interviews. You know what I do most of the time? I get on YouTube and I listen to people I think that's where I'm at or way further smarter than me.
Articulate. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what happened when I listened to them? They came to a point in their life where they say, you know, I'm shutting everything down and I'm focusing. So that means it was no different from when I said I was focusing. Like because we always want to act like these people have superpowers or these people are lucky or there's no luck to this. It's listening, finding your purpose, and hopefully you find your purpose fast enough. And then most of all, hopefully you're okay with your purpose.
We missing one though, Sham. We missing one, and that is faith.
Yeah, the faith. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. The faith part come in. You got to be okay when he say this is your purpose.
Yeah.
You got to be okay with that.
Can't go against the grain. No.
Exactly. And what we do is like, oh, why are you saying I gotta be the best VP? So I'm never gonna be the boss of the company. So then what we do, we do stuff conniving to try to be the boss of the company and don't understand. No, you're never gonna be the boss of the company. So when you do all the weird stuff and all that, now you ain't the VP of the company.
Yeah, you either get demoted or kicked out.
Yeah,
That's just plainly it.
yeah, because that's life. Either you grow or you die. That's just a
No,
fact.
no more to it. Yeah, yeah,
No
yeah,
to it.
yeah, yeah.
If you grow or you
Word.
die. That's just a
Word.
fact. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people don't understand. Like when people always say that, I always tell people, I say, yo, I said, you don't understand, bro. As soon as you're born, you're on the countdown the other way, right? So we can sit here and be like, oh, don't say that and all that. No, I say it because it helped me embrace it.
That's
So you
right.
know what? So what we do in between is on us, right? We got to meet him halfway, right? So what we do in between, either we listen or we don't listen. It's as simple as that.
That's it. Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
in everybody's life, in certain parts of their life, you hear something. Now you could ignore it and do whatever you want to do, and that's cool too. But you go through a stage. Whoever you believe in, whatever you go through something. And there's some people that go through something and hear it, and they dive right in. And then there's some people that just fight it for years until he just make it that much and put it just that smack in your face where you got to be like, okay, this is what he's been trying to do, right? So you look at me, right?
And
You
sometimes,
want to be
Sham, it's
home.
too late.
I know. That's what
You
I'm
miss
trying to
your
say.
purpose.
So yeah, so you hopefully it ain't too late, right? So like with me, I'm like basketball, be McDonald's All American, college All American, get drafted. I'm like, oh man, this is it, right? So when I look back now, and everybody like, oh man, he a dope coach, player development, this and that. When I look back at 17, God was preparing me at 17. The first player I helped develop was Kobe, right? So then I became this great dribbler and all that. You know, along my whole journey, whether it was high school, college, every time I was around somebody, you know what they said? Yo, can you teach me how to dribble? Every time. And I'm not paying it no mind. I'm just doing it. Oh, yeah, I'll teach you how to dribble. Yeah, I can help you. I can do this. I can do that. You know what I was doing? Player development.
Yeah.
You know what I was doing? Coaching
Yep.
without me knowing.
Yep.
You know what happened at the end? What I'm doing? Player development and coaching.
He was preparing you.
Yeah, and then people like,
He was
man,
preparing
how is
you,
he so
Sham.
good at it?
That's crazy.
People say how good how is he that good doing that? And then when people ask me, they be like, man, did you always think you was gonna be this? I'm like, nah, I never thought this. But then when I look back, I'm like, I'm good at it because he had me doing it from
Your whole
17.
life. Your whole life, pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yes.
That's
So
crazy.
it's like, you know what
That's
I'm saying?
crazy, dog.
So it's like,
Wow. That's
you know what
crazy.
I'm saying? So it's like, so it's just like
Full
you said. If you,
360.
yeah.
Straight
So like
up.
if you take the best rappers, right, and you take the best hustlers, when they go into business in the corporate world, then you be like, man, did Jay-Z take a master class in business? No, he was in the street doing business his whole life, so he was preparing without preparing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, will you be like,
Oh,
yo,
no.
you be like, yo, oh, every time. That's why I laugh every time they be like, man, them some them rappers they be smart. I'm like, why wouldn't they be? Every day they speak in words that they got to remember. So your brain is functioning all. Do you know, like you hearing Jada Kiss recite around from 1998? Do you know how smart you have to be memory wise and like
Yeah. 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 Joint got
right?
to be
So
ham. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
only thing you
Yeah.
gotta do now is just put it in a business sense. It's the same thing.
But a lot of people don't see it that way. And
I
that's what,
know, and that
and
and
that's
that's
what
what we
it
talking
messes
about.
me up, though. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
Because it be the ignorance of what's going on in the world, and people are like, man, I ain't trying to be no teacher. I'm a hustler. I ain't trying to be working for this and do that. I'm a hustler. Okay. So when you look back, what is hustling? You working, bro.
Yeah.
So then when you see a Jay-Z do it or somebody else do it, Nas do it, you like, yo, that look crazy. Because you only focusing on the end result.
That's it.
But you don't, but if you just go through
It's
their whole
crazy.
journey, you like, oh shit. Man, you know what? However he did his business is probably the same way, right? So that's just like
Been
the
doing it
way
their
like
whole
me just
lives.
yeah, so that's like me and you, right? For you to get out how you got out, that means you must have been sharp. You must have
100%.
know how to talk to people. You must have knew what family and loyalty meant to you, right? So now you doing this, that's all it is, the same thing, except for whatever else the physical and all that other stuff. Knowing how to deal with people from all over. You know what I'm
You
saying?
had
Got your
to.
blue on, you doing this, you still look good in blue, you doing this, you doing that. You like, yo, I'm chilling. And you talking to the same people. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Rappers, athletes, the same people.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
when
Yeah.
people are like, yo, how you transfer to do that? No, because you figured out your purpose and you said, oh yeah, let me go just do this. And then once you got into it, you like, man, this kind of easy. Oh, this is what I do. This is what I've been doing. Chopping it up with dudes.
Just a different mindset.
That's all. It's just different placement. You know how they be like the placement? It's like you putting
Different
the TV.
positioning, yeah,
Yeah, you
placing,
putting the
all that.
TV in the living room or the bedroom.
That's it. Yeah.
Right?
Same
So
function, just different location.
same function, different location. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because if you got the TV in the bedroom, you're gonna be up all night. If you put it in the living
That's a
room, you say when I go to you say so I can sleep at night. I'm gonna put it in the living room so I can just go to bed.
that's a
Right?
fact. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's the
Wow.
same thing.
That's crazy. I want to ask you this though, Sham. I got like two
Yep.
more questions because I know you
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it.
you
You know what I
good.
mean? When
Yep.
you y'all play when y'all play? Y'all play either Tuesday or Wednesday?
We play Wednesday, and then we'll be in New York on the 11th.
Or oh, I'm
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah, we
there.
play
I'm
the
there.
Knicks
I'm
on the
there.
11th.
Nah, I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. For sure, I'm there. For sure. I went
Yeah.
to two preseason games.
Yeah, yeah,
Word.
yeah. Nah,
I'm
definitely.
there. I'm there. Is Paulo playing though? Or
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
he
yeah, yeah,
good?
yeah. Nah, it's regular season now. He playing.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I want to ask you this one here because
Mm-hmm.
man, I asked Joe Smith, Dana Barrows. Dana Barrows went ham, no, actually. Um,
Mm-hmm.
who you got? MJ or LeBron?
Come on, man. MJ, man. That's not
They
it.
say, come on, I already knew, Sham. I just had to ask you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
said MJ. MJ for what reason though?
For it's just a
Give,
lot of
give us
reasons.
just two reasons,
Okay.
just for the viewers.
All right. So like here go one reason, right? We go one. The man played the man never been to a game 7 in his life. Right? So that's one thing, right?
Never lost the
So the
final.
other yeah, never lost the final. That's another thing, right? But the most important thing is, right?
That's what we want to hear, Sham. The most important thing.
The most important thing is the reason why they think the reason why the people like the new people think that is because they never saw Jordan, right? And when I say they saw highlights of Jordan at 32, 34, even though he still was Jordan, he was the older version of Jordan, right? Because even like with Kobe, like people like, yeah, you know, and me being with Cole, oh, Cole played like Jordan. No, Cole did not play like the first Jordan. He played like the older Jordan.
Right,
The post
right,
ups, the fadeaways, and all that.
right,
He didn't
right,
play
right,
like the Jordan
right.
that was a rookie getting 61 in Boston Garden. Because that was a whole different breed, right? So it's just like when you see Isaiah Thomas, right? Like we caught
Zeke.
Isaiah Thomas, you saw Zeke on the end. Like he still was nice, but you saw him in the end.
Like
You
he was
didn't see
fire.
him. You didn't see him when he was on one leg and having 25 in the third quarter against the Lakers. When he was looking like Iverson, Kyrie Irving all in one. Right?
Zeke was nice.
Yeah, so that's what people don't
Problem.
understand. That's what people don't understand. And then what people don't understand too is even like I love LeBron and all that, but what Mike did was like he saw a rock, right? A big rock, and said, "Okay, I need to put it across the street." So every day he struggled to pick up the rock. Pick up the rock. He was too weak. Finally got strong enough, picked up the rock, moved it across the street. What LeBron did was same rock. Said, "Okay, I'm gonna pay somebody to come move the rock across the street." Those are two different
Mm,
things.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got a house. There's a difference between you putting up a TV and somebody you paying somebody to come put up a TV.
Wow.
Okay, right? So there's a difference between your lady seeing you pay people to come put the crib together, put the wood together, put everything together, than you putting it together. It's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? Same crib, same everything, same this. It's just a fact. There's a difference between you living with your man's and his family than you living in a house by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Because now every time you come out the room, you gotta have clothes on.
Yep.
Okay.
True
You
indeed.
live by yourself, you just walk how you walk like what? Like a king.
True indeed. True indeed. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, the most biggest part is you will never hear Mike say he was the best player ever. You know why? Because everybody else said it. And then I'll even give you another one.
That's what I was waiting for, Shan. Let me
So
get
so
another.
I'll give you one that just shut all of it down.
Come on.
So when Mike played, right, the years that he played, and you saw him, all the years you played, it wasn't never a season that you came in and said, "Man, I think Clyde Drexler better than Jordan." Right? Right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's
Okay.
crazy. And
Okay.
we've seen that a couple of times with LJ.
No, this is what I'm trying to tell you, right? So it was at one point Kawhi Leonard was better, right? Then KD, then this, then that.
Even
It's
Luca.
ne- yeah, it's never been a point in Jordan's career that you said as a fan,
Nah.
like, yo, what's the name? Yo, he better than Jordan, bro.
Nah.
So,
Nah.
you know what I'm saying? Never.
Nah.
You
Nah.
never saw finals. It's just like, for instance, it's like I tell people like with Luca, right? Everybody say what they want to say. It's never been a game in Dallas that I coached that he wasn't the driver.
Yeah.
There's never been a game that was a big game that he wasn't the show.
He was
That
a show
gotta
from start to finish.
that
That's
gotta
a
mean
fact.
something. So what I'm saying, what I mean by that is, it's never a series or a game that you saw and you said, "Man, this nigga Scotty carrying Jordan."
Nah. See, but
Okay,
that's a lot of people's argument though. He had a great team. What you mean? What you mean?
he played with one Hall of Fame in his life.
And LJ played with a few.
11.
That's a fact.
Okay, and in the biggest moments, it was the other person hitting the shot.
Kyrie.
That's no knock. I'm just saying what it is.
Kyrie.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, it's
I
just the
got
same thing I
MJ
say,
all the way.
Like Floyd's one of my closest friends, right? So me and Floyd argue all the time, right? Floyd's like, I'm the best boxer in the world. I said, no, bro, no. Muhammad Ali, bro. No. So he argues the statistics and everything. Oh, he lost 7 fights. I've never lost. I said, yeah. You never took 2 years off either.
Mm, mm,
You never went to jail
mm,
either.
mm, mm. That was a good one, Sam.
Right? So let's be clear.
That was a good one, Sam.
Right? So when you talk about Jordan, all right, let's go back to that. You win 3, you take a whole year off to do something else.
Come back and do
Come
it
back and
again.
win 3.
Do it again.
So you took 2 years off. You could have won 8 in a row. Then what we be talking about?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I got
You
this
never,
last one, Shan.
yeah.
If you could give the world one advice, what would it be?
I would say one advice
One advice, a strong one, Shan. What would it be?
for
This
me. I would
and this is for the
for me.
youth.
No. For me, I would give the youth. It's for the like you said for the world, the youth, people, whoever,
Yeah.
the knowledge of understanding. And what I mean by that is every interaction that you have, try to understand the person you're interacting with before you judge them, right? And it's just like in my book. The second thing I would give them, you have to be careful who you say is a hero and who you say is a villain.
Mm,
And I leave it at that. What I mean by that is, when I was growing up, my
mm.
mom didn't have money for rent. A drug dealer paid my rent for 2 years because I was playing basketball.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be in the street, right? So now I go to college, I sit down, he's number 2 on America's Most Wanted, right? So everybody like, man, how was you around this person that? And I said, the man was paying my rent for 2 years, so I wouldn't sell drugs, I wouldn't do nothing. Do you think I look at him as a hero or a monster? That's why when he was on America's Most Wanted, I saw it, I called home like, what? What is going on? This can't be right. I'm going with this nigga alone in North Carolina, all type of places.
Yeah.
Never had one issue in my life. So it's like we gotta be careful who we say is who. Because in everybody, you could be a hero and a villain. Cause just like everybody want like me, like I tell people, yeah, I live for peace. But if you put it in terms of the world, right? You know how you get peace? By war. So I still know war. So don't ever think I don't know war because I want peace. The only way, because outside of me, that's how the world get peace, right?
That's a fact.
Yeah. So when we come up to people and we talk crazy or we do crazy stuff, you're not even understanding. Sometimes you talking to a crazy person.
Don't even know it.
Don't even know that this could be it. Or if you handle it the right way, you just save someone else. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? That's why I tell people. That's why I tell people when people are like, yo, you sit around, you sign mad autographs. I say, yeah, I didn't ask to hopefully be Shammgod one day not to sign people autographs. But that's the world we in. People get famous not to be spoke to. That's insane. that's insane.
Yeah.
But like I
Yeah, it
said, if
doesn't
you
make
don't if,
sense. Yeah.
if you don't have understanding, you won't know that. It's just like you go right here to a restaurant. If you don't got no money, they calling the police on you. Next year you get famous, they see you with 10 people, they say let everybody eat free. But you got the money to pay for it. But nah, it's on the house. But you see a bum going through your trash when you threw the garbage out, you try and get him locked up for going through the garbage. That the food you threw away. So that's why I tell people, man, they ain't ready, man. I got too much, I got too much love, I got too much love and understanding in me, brother. That's
Knowledge,
why
wisdom,
that's why
understanding.
that's why I don't get off my pivot, bro.
So Sam, I appreciate you, brother.
Nah, love, definitely.
Real
Nah, I
for real,
appreciate
man.
you. I
You know,
appreciate you putting up with it.
I got your number now. I'm gonna hit you
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
You
Nah, hit
said the
me.
11th. I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm
November
there.
11th.
Just
Yeah, hit me up. Yeah, just hit me
I'm
up. We tap
there.
in. We
I'm
tap in
there
in
for
person.
sure. Copy.
All right.
All right, Sam.
All right,
My
love.
brother.
All
Love,
right,
man.
love.